Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to a roasting session with TMossBoss. And in today's video, I wanted to roast a movie, okay? It's different this time. I'm not roasting a group of people or a person. I am roasting a movie because it started off good. The sequel was good too, but then it got to that third one and it was like, no, 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 no. That movie was like, I feel like when a joke just got just played out for too much, and I'm like, okay, we heard it. Like, all right, so stop. Like, okay, the joke's done and it's over with. So move on and stuff. But anyways, all right, if you could tell by the title, I don't know, maybe you clicked on this video and you can't see too well and you don't know what you're watching. So anyways, I will be roasting the movie Jeepers Creepers 3, okay? Because that movie, that was definitely one of those movies that, you know how iPhone and them commercials, they be like, oh, movie made by iPhone. That was it. They even had an iMovie sound effect in the movie. Like, there was a sound effect that I was like, fam, I've heard that so many. I used it for a video back years ago. I'm trying to think, what did I use it for? I remember I heard that sound effect numerous times in that iMovie app, and I was like, bruh, they legit recorded this off of an iPhone, added the special effects in afterwards. Cause, alright, so to overall explain to you guys why that movie just flopped and just did so horribly, bad. It had a couple of good scenes, I ain't gonna lie, but it just got to points and times in that movie where I was like, no, no. I've seen YouTube videos better than that, man. What was that one video about them black people and they were all being the strange thing about the Johnsons or something like that? That was better than Jeepers Creepers 3. I'm saying, there's a lot of movies that I can name off that was better. And I'm like, man, it sucks, man. But no, so overall, the reason why that movie did so bad was because the guy that's behind the movies, I think his name is Victor, Salva or Silva or something like that. But he had some, let's just say he was on the R. Kelly stuff before R. Kelly. So anyways, he was, doing some, illegal things. And, it caught up with him. It didn't catch up with him with the first Jeepers Creepers because everybody loves that one. And he was able to, sit down, plan that out, add all these dope things to the movie and stuff. 2 came out and it was like, okay, he's taking it a step further. This man just killed it with Jeepers Creepers 2, the sequel, because it was like, fam, I would not want to be in a situation like that. Then Jeepers Creepers 3 was it came off as it was a PG-13 movie. If I would have seen that movie as a kid, I had been I can tell this is a sci-fi movie. Not sci-fi the genre. No, it comes on that channel, sci-fi, SYFY. That, bruh. And I think, no, it did. No, it's funny. That movie debuted. So the funny thing about it was that Jeepers Creepers 3 was supposed to come out in theaters, but once when they found out about that guy's past, the creator of Jeepers Creepers, he just got blackballed from a bunch of different production companies, movie theaters. So we're not movie theaters because they still played it in theaters. But I remember I went to the mall one day. I think it was either after work or at some point in time. But I went to the mall. I seen it. They played that movie in theaters for one day. That was the whole big thing about it. That was a WWE movie. Remember when WWE, for my wrestling fans out there, remember when they had movies playing in theaters for one day and that was it? And I'm like, here it is. That's how bad that movie was. It was a 1-day movie. If you was not in theaters watching that movie, you was not gonna see that movie. But it played in theaters for 1 day, and then it ended up debuting on Sci-Fi. And I'm like, that's how you know that movie. That's how you know with that guy, and I think, what overall, he, in that case, even though the case happened, it still, came out, regardless of whether he spent time in prison or whatever and stuff, nah, people, they gonna be mad about that. You can't do those type of things and then think that you're gonna be able to come out with like a movie and then think everybody's gonna be okay with it. Like, nah, bro. Like, it ain't gonna work like that. If anything, he should have sold the rights to that movie and then it could have been better. Okay, it might have been one of those like failed movies that get like a 20% in Rotten Tomato, but at least it would have played in the theaters for longer than 24 hours. Like, fam, like that, no. I can possibly get a YouTube video in theaters longer than that. Like, that was horrible, man. So anyways, I remember sitting down and watching the movie. And so the movie, it's like takes place after the first one. And then it's right before the second one. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna try to be like all these other movies out here and be making movies where they just all not lining up. Like he trying to do some Fast and Furious stuff with an iPhone, bruh. Not even like the latest iPhone at the time. You could tell that movie was made from like an iPhone 4. Not even a 4S with Siri. No, the iPhone 4, okay? He made that movie off of an iPhone 4, all right? And then he was like, dang, I am like, and okay, he might have had, what was the gigabytes? Like, what was the highest amount of gigabytes on the iPhone 4? Because I think, wasn't it like, what, 64 or 128? I think that was like the highest, like, back then. Now that's like the bare minimum and stuff. Like, now they coming out with iPhones like 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 3 mega gazillion bytes, and I'm like, bruh, like, we don't even need all that, okay? I'm just taking pictures and downloading. Well, okay, like, it depends, though. But anyways, all right? But it takes place, like, between 1 and 2, and, yeah, but they call it Jeepers Creepers 3, makes no sense. But anyways, but it started off like, okay, like, this looks like it's gonna be sick. As the movie progressed on, you could just tell, like, how it just rapidly, like, got bad. Like, you was seeing, like, some of the scenes in there, and it was like, fam, that scene could have been so much better. You could tell, like, what was the budget for that movie? Hold on for a second. I don't usually, I don't think I've done this, yet on this channel where I look. Dang, this movie came out in 2017? I thought this movie came out in, like, 2019. Dang. That's how bad it was. The fact that this movie made $4 million in box office. How was the budget $6.2 million? Oh, nah. They're lying about that. There's movie. Okay, let me just hold on for a second. The movie Friday. No, I need to look up the movie Friday and their budget because no. I refuse to believe that movie Friday, the budget for it was $3.5 million. Okay, that movie only made $27 million in the box office? That's crazy. That's why them guys never returned back to Friday, because they was like, that movie made nothing. But anyways, you mean to tell me that the budget for Jeepers Creepers 3 was doubled the budget for Friday, and you mean to tell me a movie that came out years ago, okay? Because you would think, like, okay, it's, like, roughly the same, like, price and things. Like, you know, like, let's say if Friday was to come out, like, in this day and age, it probably would be that price to, you know, make Friday. But the fact that that movie was good, okay? The fact that that movie was good. Let's just see cause all right, like, you know, to overall get like back in that sci-fi genre. Let's look up the budget for the movie Sharknado, cause I just refuse to believe that was the budget. Oh my god. You mean to tell me Sharknado? Okay, now this movie didn't come out too long beforehand, but the budget for, the budget for this movie, Sharknado, and I'm saying, like, I felt like that they did better in that movie, even though that movie was like, nah, I would rather sit down and watch Sharknado than to watch, I've watched Jeepers Creepers 3, but I'm like, it just don't hit like 1 and 2. And so with Sharknado, the budget for it was $2 million. $2 million, and you mean to tell me they had CGI to form up tornadoes, sharks in the tornadoes, and all these other different things? You mean to tell me that the scene where they were flipping a truck, you mean to tell me you couldn't get nothing that can flip trucks and make it look a little bit real? Like, you could tell that they were just like, okay, let's just have them in a green screen, and they're like, okay, just, you know, move around. Like, fam, they made that movie with, like, they didn't even go to no, like, actual production and make that movie. They made that movie, like, legit in the backyard. Like, they took that stuff to the heart where they was like, a movie made by iPhone. Like, they were legit, like, they were not in no production company making that. Like, I'm saying, like, you mean to tell me that guy, what's that guy's name again? Hold on for it. Victor Salva, you mean to tell me that you had all this time to come out with Jeepers Creepers 3 and this is what you did to it? Oh, nah. Like, I am actually, I'm hurt. I am hurt at the fact that the movie, the budget was that much. And obviously, yeah, it didn't even make as much because in the box office, it made $4 million. But I'm like, I'm just tripping off of that. I was for certain that that movie made like at least 500,000 or less. Like, I knew for a fact that that movie was not going to make anything in the millions, and it did. Like, that is, nah, I refuse to believe. Somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. The budget was not that much. I felt like the budget for this movie was definitely like $100,000 or something. Like, honestly, like, I feel like okay, you know what I think? I think it was the truck in Jeepers Creepers 3 or in the Jeepers Creepers series. That had to have been like $6.1 million, and then the other 100K was like for the rest of the movie. But I'm like, I refuse to believe, okay, that there was anything. I'm gonna need to see proof. I'm gonna need to see receipts. I'm gonna need to see some stuff to let me know that that movie, no, I refuse to believe that. I refuse, bruh. I refuse, okay? So I'm gonna look into this, okay? I might return back to this, but if not, I'm like, fam, Jeepers Creepers 3 was without doubt that. I'm trying to think what other stuff came out in 2017. I really don't know. 2017 to me wasn't even really a memorable year, but like that's why I probably thought like Jeepers Creepers came out long like afterwards or something. I could have sworn that movie came out in 2019 because I'm trying to maybe it did come out in 2017. I just don't know my dates, but anyways, but yeah, if you guys are like wanting like oh, should I watch Jeepers Creepers 3? No. Okay, just keep it, just don't watch anything else besides it. Okay, watch 1 and 2, and then have it where it's like side by side with each other, and then that's how you can watch Jeepers Creepers like quote unquote 3. Just have it where 1 and 2 is playing side by side. Watch that. But don't watch Jeepers Creepers 3. Alright, so anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.